Michelle, and this is my audience. It's Brooke over there, and my husband Ryan, if you can see him. Yeah, okay. um, so today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the true cost of fashion. So everyone loves a good deal, obviously. I mean, who doesn't love going to the store and finding a pair of jeans for a couple dollars or a t-shirt, it's cheap, it's so easy to wear and buy and just dispose of it quickly. Well, how would you feel if you found out that the people who made that shirt or that pair of pants was only paid $2 a day, whereas, we make at least $7.25, $8 an hour? So fast fashion is defined as an approach to the design, creation, and marketing of clothing fashions that emphasizes making fashion trends quickly and cheaply available to consumers. So basically this means that instead of there being 4 seasons in a year like there used to be, there's 11 or 12. So by the time that a design is out, there is already something new being made, and it is what's out is old, and it's a constant, it's a constant flow of ever-changing in things, yeah. Anyway, so some examples of stores that participate in this fast fashion include H&M, Topshop, and Forever 21. So these are the stores that, provide clothes that are, $7 for a top, or like $12 for a dress, or a pair of jeans for $7.80. And they're cheaply made, and they're cheaply sold as well because they can be, it costs so little to make them. So there is a documentary called The True Cost, and it discusses the social and environmental impacts of fast fashion. It basically discusses how cheap it is to have our clothes sent to India or China or Bangladesh and other countries like that to be made out there, because labor is so cheap that people will settle being paid for $2, not even $2 a day. So the profit is a lot larger back here. The problem with this is that a lot of those countries they don't have the opportunity to decline a sale like that, because it's the only jobs that are available, like the better jobs that are available. So it's really sad, because they have to take risks involving, labor laws and safety concerns, because they don't have a way to make things better. So I'm going to start by talking about the Triangle Fire that happened here in the U.S., and it happened in 1911, and this was when shirtwaists were a thing, and women were finally going out into factories and working in factories and bringing home money, and the Triangle Fire made so the Triangle Fire, basically, it was a really awful tragedy. There were 146 deaths as well as 71 injuries from that single fire, and it was all because the owners of the company didn't take proper safety measures. They didn't ensure that there were fire exits and stuff from the top of the building, from the top of the, very high building. And even though there had been rallies asking for better working conditions, they weren't given that. So the tragedy that was the Triangle Fire led to many of the OSHA laws that we have now, as well as labor laws here in the U.S. However, that did not translate to other countries. So then we can talk about the Dhaka fire? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. But this fire happened in Bangladesh in 2012, and at least 111 people were killed. Again, the issue was that there were no safety measures implemented, which meant that if something went wrong for half a second, then the entire building could go up in flames. And unfortunately, like I said, 111 people died, and not a lot was done. Another example of these issues and these safety measures in these countries was the Rana Plaza collapse, also in Bangladesh. And this happened in 2013, and a building was unfortunately falling apart. It was very unstable, and the workers informed management of the cracks in the walls and the concerns that they had, yet they were still forced to go in every day to work, knowing that the building could collapse at any minute. This collapse led to the death of more than 1,100 people. And to me, that's just incredibly sad, and it makes me angry knowing that we put money ahead of lives because, the profit is worth more than their lives, and that's just unfair and not okay. There's something that we need to do about that. Another issue with fast fashion is the environmental impacts that it has. So because of how fast we produce the clothes that is being sold so cheaply, we have to grow more cotton and other fibers. And to do this effectively, we have to use pesticides and fertilizers. And while, they can be a good thing, use too much of them can be not such a great thing. Another issue is that the fact that we are buying such cheap clothes makes it easier for us to think that it's okay to get rid of that quickly just because it didn't cost us. So these clothes end up in landfills, and they start to decompose, and the chemicals that they were treated with harm the earth because we're not disposing of them properly, and it's just not okay. So what can we do? This is a question that I keep racking my brain about because, how do we boycott companies that that provide work for these people when it's, sometimes their only income, but at the same time, they're being treated so unjustly. So, I guess we need to fight for labor and safety laws to be implemented in those countries. We need to make sure that these companies are aware that we want those people to be treated fairly, and we want those people to earn living wages. But yeah, it's sad and it's unfortunate, and there has to be something done. So the question I want to leave you with is it a bad idea to boycott these clothes if they provide some of these families with the only income they have? And if not, what can we do ethically? Thank you.